Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick-6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick-6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick-6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Cooper, the man in motion right. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 81 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Allen will try to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Could have been up one with a point after, but they go for 2. And it worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tua now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Again, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert able to take it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The two are going to try and throw for it, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st down, Allen. He'll buy some time right. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One final try here for Allen. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 20. 5. Touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
So with the lead now at 4, they'll try to go for 2 to at least get it to 6 with a two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. The right side here caught by Kincaid. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now 1st and goal. To throw is Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Throwing Tua. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Down the sideline he goes. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards. And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. And London, the motion man right. Throwing on first down is Penix. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To the air, Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Here's Penix on 1st and 10. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And bulldozing his way through. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Achane gets it from the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. A tight one, 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now they'll change things up. 3rd and 2. Here's Penix. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
This is 2nd and 8. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll run here with Algier. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On first down, back to Achane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From midfield, here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And caught by London. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Penix to the air once more.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
3rd down and 13. Penix working out of the gun here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They are going for it. Penix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 52 yards. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Bennett's going to look to throw on first down. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A play fake. Now Penix. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Achane.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Tua now on 1st down.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
2nd and 11. Up the middle, Achane. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They'll give this to Achane. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. On the handoff, it's Achane.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Achane.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run, Achane.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
Now Tua. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now, after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now a Toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here. knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
From the 29, here's second down and 3. Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards.
And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Here's a diving catch right side.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Tua now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run now from Achane. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Achane on the counter.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Tua going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. That's Tua's running back, complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Everybody scoot up, scoot up. Heavy. I got one. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. It's going to burn.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Dancing to his left. 20!
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now a run by Achane.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Tua.
A quick slant to Hill.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk this about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Jackson on first down. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on fourth down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points didn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now Jackson on the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Here's Achane.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. To throw again is Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 5.
Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.